Hey guys, this is Rick coming at you with Weed to No Basis, the podcast for all things cannabis business related. Are you an entrepreneur? Have something you wanted to create, something you wanted to bring to life in the cannabis industry? Maybe you've always wanted to partake in one of the biggest industries in modern day history. This is the podcast to listen to. Hey guys, this is Rick from Weed to No Basis, your host, and we're back with another episode. It's going to be earth-shattering, so make sure you're buckled up if you're driving. If you're sitting down or at work, you better grab the handrails there, guys, because we're going to rock and roll here. This is a microdose today. Today it's going to be short, sweet, and impactful. But before we go on, I just wanted to welcome you to HempQ. And like I've said before, repetition is the mother of success, guys. My wife calls it OCD, but I just believe when we hear things over and over, it becomes automatic, and we don't have to think about it anymore. You're here in our home. Thank you for being here. And you're here because you two are on a Weed to No Basis. So whether you're driving, you have your earbuds on, or you're watching this, guys, pay attention. It's going to be short and sweet today. Something came up recently. It's been mentioned, and you may have heard this, maybe you've read it, that the system is getting big. There's more CBD companies. There's more cannabis that's now on every billboard, and there's now bigger operations, and now there's legislation, and there's lawmakers, and it's just getting, as I'm talking, you can almost feel this thing growing like a balloon, right? All the things. A few years ago, nobody heard of this. Now all of a sudden, this balloon is filled with water, and it's massive. And it is. We're here in South Texas, guys, and it is a massive industry here, and marijuana hasn't even hit us yet. It is massive. It's beyond, honestly, comprehension for a lot of people. So what happens when the system is too big? When lawmakers are stepping in, when companies are bringing big money, when the competitors are being backed by private equity, or whatever, what have you. You can define big in the way that's most relevant to you. Because maybe like we were, like a lot of folks are, you're just exploring. You want to dip your toe into the cannabis lake, so to speak. But you're starting to see the vastness. You're starting to see the bigness, and maybe it feels overwhelming. And maybe even you're thinking, I wonder if I should do this. Maybe I need to step back and go back and do the thing I was doing before. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a career, whatever. This is not judgment, guys. And I'm not here to dissuade you. What I'm here is to give you an alternative. But are you with me so far? We are now in an industry that is becoming more vast, more big, more crowded, more whatever, pick whatever word, the water balloon is filling up, and at some point it kind of feels daunting. So when the system is too big to change, you have to change. Listen up. You see, it's not a matter of fighting the system. It's not a matter of beating the big boys. It's not a matter of being afraid of the vastness of the system, because the system is going to get big, just like in everything, from the school system to government to maybe your company that you work for or that you own, whatever it is. We all start from this and we grow to this. So the key is to recognize that there is change happening, maybe even recognize where on that change scale we are, especially as a business owner or entrepreneur, and then you change, adapt, and overcome. In fact, I think that's even a line in Heartbreak Ridge. And this was way back, it's a movie, it's called Heartbreak Ridge. And these were Marines, and they were deployed to Grenada. I think it was Grenada or Panama. Grenada, I think.
How the hell are we supposed to know what kind of
You improvise, you overcome, you adapt.
Just like our current state of cannabis business, the state of war is constant flux and change. And what does a Marine do? Or what does, just use that as an example, is sometimes they're Marines. They power through, right? They grunt, they go oorah, and they grunt through. But the fact is, Clint Eastwood's line, I'll never forget, it's adapt and overcome. He just said, it's not a matter sometimes of trying to bust through it. It's about adapting and overcoming it. The moral of that story, guys, was you need to change. I don't mean change like in a massive way. I just mean that you now have the tools. You have been on the trajectory. You have a body of knowledge so that you can make a change that's appropriate. Does that make sense? You see, in the movie, guys, I'll never forget that line, because he wasn't telling him to fire more bullets. He wasn't telling him to swing a bigger hammer. It wasn't that. It was adapt and overcome. And right now, this industry is in a massive flux. It is. I mean, every day, like I literally read journals and blogs about the cannabis industry specific and other industries, of course, and every day there is something new in some other part of the city, of the state, of the country. And it's overwhelming. So when the system is too big to change, guys, as it may feel right now, you change. Maybe you're not quite sure what that means. Maybe you're thinking, okay, I get the concept, but I'm not a Marine, Rick. I get that. I'm not a Marine either. Hoorah. I'm not a Marine either. It's the concept. I'm going to give you guys a place to go. If you're not quite sure what that means, go to our website. Yes, that is a marketing bomb, I'm telling you guys, but it would be unethical and unfair of me to tell you to go change, and then not give you a resource. It would. A few of the things we do is we provide free resources on our site. It's absolutely free. You don't have to do anything. We have a free Facebook group, guys, where you can learn about the nuances of the industry, but more so align yourselves with other folks in the industry, because when the system is too big to change, you have to change. So we've created this world. It's called Green Seed Cannabis Company, or greenseedalliance.com, and you can actually be a part of the change that's happening and learn how to change yourself. The easiest thing, guys, would be to beat a drum, to go smoke a joint on the Capitol steps, but that's not going to affect change, guys. What has to change is you. What has to change is us. What has to change is our collective thinking about the vastness and the bigness of this industry. I hope this makes sense, guys, because this industry is growing faster than anybody could have ever imagined, no pun intended. So the operative mantra here, guys, is to adapt and overcome. Change and grow with the times, guys, because if you don't, you're going to be on the sidelines. Hit us up at www.greenseedalliance.com. And guys, if you have any questions, comments, drop them below. Not if you're driving, drop them below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know how we can help you, because that's what we're here to do, serve you, the cannabis startup entrepreneur. This is today's Microdose. Hope you got something out of it, guys. Listen to this over and over, because repetition is the mother of success. Thank you for joining us today, guys, for the Microdose today. Remember, when the system's too big to change, you got to change. Adapt and overcome, baby. You're listening to this, you're watching this because you too are on a need-to-know basis. Have an awesome day. Peace.